Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 1 Million Mind. How are you doing, Balaji?
Hey, Rajni, I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing well. It's a beautiful spring day here, so enjoying the weather before we get into the hundreds again. So it's awesome. And I know I don't know, are things better in California? I know there's a lot of rain, but is
Oh,
it better
there
now?
was a lot of rain, flash flood warnings. We got through all of that. A sickness cycle. Thank God it's all over. I hope so. We'll see.
We can only hope. All right. So I know we have a big agenda today. So I know I want to just jump right into it because there's a lot of interesting things in the news. So I just want to talk about it and get your take on it. So this was interesting because 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I downloaded the Gemini app into my new phone. And I was testing with my son. I said I wanted him to get start using apps so that or LLM so that just getting comfortable what kind of things to ask for it to come back. So he was playing around with it and he was generating a lot of images because for some reason he doesn't ask questions. He has to generate image of basketball players and just various things. And one thing very interesting to know he noticed was, hey, there's like an Indian person in every image it generates. Of course, I didn't think twice about it. I'm like, I guess there's a
Biased.
lot of Indian people working at Google, right?
Right.
So that's why this got that. So that, but not only like Indians from like us, there was always a Native American too, right? Like a Native American Indian also picture, like somebody with it. So they were, and a lot of images generated had this disproportionate number of images generated had like a disability. They had like a fake leg or something. Even for Minecraft characters, he was generating Minecraft characters, and those characters are like, I'm like, they really are making it very inclusive, and that's where I left it, right? And then the next day I wake up and there's a whole story about, oh my god, Google Gemini is going anti woke or woke, whichever way you want to
Right.
call it. But
Right.
basically, they were not able to generate Caucasian images. So I had to run back and test it, and by then they shut down a lot of things. So when you say create a picture of a Roman civilization or the Pope, it was a girl, some random girl, a black man, and an Indian woman. I'm like, what is going on here? So it was definitely a lot. So I know Google completely shut it down. There's a lot of conversation happening on X or Twitter for the last few days. Have you seen it? Do you have any feedback on it or thoughts on it?
No, absolutely. I saw the Twitter blow up with some of these comments, right? And Elon Musk is saying somebody from Google is talking to him, and they promise that this will be taken care of, all kind of stuff. But this really highlights the problem we have today, right? There's so much innovation happening, but
Mhm.
there's also like breakneck speed. People are releasing stuff without actually verifying what's in there or how they trained it or disclosing this. And of all the people, if Google is doing this, then it's trouble, right?
I know they went like the pendulum is swinging both ways, right? Like we couldn't generate any diverse images, and here you couldn't generate any white people images. So I know we can't go both ways. But the good news is how fast. Okay, first they were able to stop it. So I don't know how they just said stop generating images. But then very soon, like right now, if I go and ask for me to generate a pope, it's an old white person and an older, almost you can't tell what it is, but it's a woman also coming. So there's still some diversity included, but it has stopped making it completely random where they're force feeding all ethnicities into any question you're asking, right? So
So this is
it's
another
good.
thing, Rajni. Another thing I noticed is
Mhm.
I don't know whether you picked this up. The release of the Google
Mhm.
Gemini new version and the OpenAI Sora are so close to each other. You got to believe that these guys are fighting for the news cycle, right? Maybe mistakes are happening
That is
because
true.
they're losing sight of the fact that it has to be responsible. Now they are just trying to cater to the news cycle, right? I got to release something, so let's throw something out, right?
That
And
is
then
true, though.
there's backlash, right?
No, I agree. But I mean, I understand and I appreciate all this conversation around, hey, what it could do wrong. But we have to still understand. Me personally, I'm looking at is this is version 1 or version 1.5. In Chat GPT's case, is version 3. We're still very early in this cycle. All these growing pains is going to happen. I know Microsoft, I think, was the first person who introduced where the software doesn't have to be 100% right. You put it in, our customers will do the QA testing for us, and then we will make changes and patches and updates. I think everybody's going down the path because it's impossible to find every possible avenue this could go wrong. But good news is, including let's talk about because it's not just a Gemini doing this, right? Like we had a bug in ChatGPT because it was just giving some random answers, but they
Yep.
were able to identify it. So we have to understand, still it's not magic, it's still a software, and they had to fix the bug and things got better. So I feel like, okay, yes, it is a little touch and go at this point, but still there's, if you look at what's positive versus what's negative, I feel like negative is still small because nobody really is using it in a commercial sense. I think that's why these products are not quite ready for the enterprise market, but it still has a lot of runway in consumer market right now because we are a little bit more lenient to some of these issues, right? So I think if you fast forward a couple of years, I can absolutely see this getting better. I'm pretty sure we'll have new issues, but this is going to get better. That's just really my take on it. I guess I'm just an optimist about this whole thing.
No, I think the same too, Rajni. I think this is all part of checks and balances, right? If you put the thing out there and there's people criticizing it, it's only going to get better at it, right? It's not like something is getting done in a vacuum. Now, I think more collaborative, more exposure, more transparency in telling everybody that what is involved in making this technology is also going to help, right? That's what I think everybody wants from bigger companies, right? Be transparent. What did you put in there? Don't let me discover that you put something in there that is not supposed to be there. Just be transparent, right?